Hello all, in today's video I'm going to share with you all the items I'm putting in my son's winter sensory bin. Tomorrow is the official start of winter, so I thought I would just upload this video and maybe give you some ideas if you want to set up a winter sensory bin for your children. Currently there is no snow on the ground to actually use real snow, so we're going to be using ice. When I do my sensory bin, I do keep in mind the items I'm putting in there that are, appropriate for my son's age. My son is no longer oral, but when you do have younger children, you just have to consider if you're putting smaller objects in just for safety, to keep an eye on them. And when I do any activities with my son, it's always well supervised. So I'll just share with you all because I do like to include all five senses. So we do have lots of items for touch, and all of it is for sight. You can see all the items. Now I was trying to get a little creative for the scents part of it. So what I did was, I don't know if you've seen these before. These are the little juice squeezes that you add into your water just to give it a little bit of flavor. This flavor I think was like a berry fruity scent to it, like taste. So I kind of, you can't really see the buttons, but I drew like some lines on it to make like a shirt, and then some eyes and like a little nose and a mouth. And it just kind of made it look like a snowman after I took off the label. And when you flip up the little cap on it and squeeze it, you can smell the like berry scent that's in there. Now I did really wash this out, but yeah, it's just kind of smells almost even cranberry-ish. So that'll be for scents. And then also for his sense of smell, I'm including this large pine cone. It does smell like cinnamon, and this came in a bag from Dollarama. And then for sound, I have two bells. So this one came off of one of our Christmas ornaments. And then this is another one that came from the Looney Bazaar. And then for the sense of taste, I have these little Paw Patrol candy canes. So when he's finished playing with the ice cubes that I'm going to be adding in all these items, he can have a little treat at the end and have a taste of these little candy canes. So for the touch, I just included some things like this came from Dollarama. It's just one of their little snowflake ornaments. So this one's very bumpy. I have an old container from his Play-Doh, so he can use that to put the little ice cubes in, or use it as a little, tower for something. There will be some glitters for some extra sparkle and shine. This was one of those light up LED Christmas trees, but the little thing popped out, so I thought, another item that he could use in there. Then I pulled out his little Fisher-Price snowball. And then he has some little characters from Frozen, so Elsa and Olaf. This came from a well set, and so this is a little snowflake. These are one of those, I think they were called giftums, but this one happened to be like a little snowboarder. And I did have the snowboard here, but I think my son has taken it somewhere. But it's got the Canadian maple leaf on her hat and her sweater. And these are little giftum boxes that when you open them up, they have little pictures from the countries that the dolls come from. So this one happened to be Canada, and that was a snowboarder. So that's there. We have these little stars. These came from Dollarama in the craft section. This was also a Dollarama find. It was a little container that had some candies in it, and it's got Olaf on it again, and my son can open this up and store some things in it. This came from the Looney Bazaar, and it was a 2-pack of sponges and this nice iridescent coloring. And then this was also from Dollarama, and it's a sparkly little glitter glass. And again, he can put the little ice cubes in there. So, and then the bottom tray that I'm going to be using is just again from Dollarama. It's just for overflow because, as the ice cubes melt, it could get a little messy. But I'm going to put all this together and I'll show you. So I'm just going to move this out of the way for a moment and then show you the container we're going to be using, and I'll set this all up. Also, I forgot to show this for a visual. So this is a little glass stone that happens to magnify things when you put it over. So I'll be adding this in there too, so he can look at the objects with this and, have a little magnification to what he's looking at, and he can, say, oh, it looks really big or it looks really small. And I thought that would be a fun item. Like I said, it is made out of glass, but it will be well supervised. So for the actual, like when it comes to making a sensory bin, you can add what you want. So you could, I know there's a recipe you can make with, I think it's like hair conditioner and baking soda to make your own snow. And you could use white Play-Doh, you could use white feathers even. You could make the snow out of anything you want. I just chose to use this silicone mold from Dollarama. And I've already started making some of the ice cubes. I do have to make more. But I want to have this ready for him in the morning to play with. So I got a couple of them already made. And then I'm going to be using this large container from Dollarama. I chose this one because it kind of, the shape of it is kind of reminded me of a snowflake. It was just a round bow in their kitchen section at Dollarama. And then to play around with, I have this little scoop. It came from the Looney Bazaar in a blue color. And I also have the Dollarama snowball maker. So my son could use this to pick up the ice cubes. If he doesn't feel like using his hands, he can use those, either the scoop or that. Okay, so I'm going to put this together and I'll come back and show you the final result. So here's what I've got so far. So I kind of put some stuff around. I took the silver bell and actually put it inside this little tree. So when he rattles the tree, it has that sound. I added some glitter too. So, and then the little candy canes are at the very, very bottom. And then I'm going to put the snowflake ice cubes on the top and do it that way and kind of bury these items so then he has to dig through the ice cubes to find the smaller items. So I added the ice cubes in. I left the little snowman thing that I made open so he can squeeze and smell it. Like I said, the bell's in there for noise, the little pine cones there, all different textures. And then he can use the little tools here to dig through here and take out the ice cubes and explore what's in there at the bottom. And then I left these items on the side so that also if you want to store some of the ice cubes, so the little plastic cup and then the magnifying stone and then this little container to store things in as well, and then the little Olaf container. So I think you'll really enjoy this. I'm going to put the bowl in my freezer and have it ready for him in the morning. And like I said, I have to make some more ice cubes. But I thought I would share this with you. Now, the next clip I'm going to show you is the button activity game. I had bought in a bunch of buttons from Dollarama, and I thought I would share an activity since I was making this video and add it on at the end of this part of the sensory bin. So I'll be sharing with that activity with you next, and stay tuned for that. But yeah, I hope you like our winter sensory bin. I just want to add this little clip to my video for an idea that I had for the buttons from Dollarama. These were $1.25. I did grab 2 packs. And if you head over to our Facebook page, which I'll link in the description, we have this printout. So the first one is 3 blank Christmas trees. And then the other one is just 1 large Christmas tree. And I had my son color these in. We left this one white for the white buttons, and then he colored this one green and red. And then the other one we just left basic green. So my idea for this was for, you know, you could do it also with these dice from Dollarama. And, you know, roll the dice. And it got a 7. So then take the buttons and put them on their corresponding trees by color. Now do keep in mind these buttons are super tiny, so again, if your child is oral, I wouldn't recommend this activity. But you know, like I said with my son, it's well supervised, so then you can count and sort out the, you know, little buttons on the colored trees. So I have 5 so far and then 7, so you can do it that way, or you can count all the same color and put them on their trees. So great for sorting and counting. And again, just language and talking about the different colors. What I also like about these buttons is because there's so many different styles and patterns, you could try to find ones that are similar. So like these 2 are similar, these 2 are similar, so you can match them up that way. So it's just a fun, you know, way to play with these buttons. And then again, for older children, you could actually practice lacing them as well and getting those early sewing skills. But for this one, the larger one, we're just going to use this one more to decorate the tree. But this one will be more for my son's addition skills and subtraction skills. So 8, so we would put the 8, he could decorate it the way he wants. And then I might say, okay, so we have 8. What happens when you take away 4? And then he would count the 4 decorations on the tree. So it's just a fun little activity I came up with. And like I said, if you would like the printouts, I'll link our Facebook page on there. They are blank, so then you can have your children color them in like Nate did. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching our Century Bin video and this fun little Christmas activity. And I'll talk to you in my next video. Take care. Bye.